African Wonder Woman. Hey, it is Christmas special, you know. It is Christmas special. Yes, it is Christmas. Indeed. Welcome back again. Apologies for earlier on, but welcome back. Christmas special here right down in London. London time just gone after 7. Is it you know what, Christmas special. Anyway, it's just gone 5:43. Welcome back, JNM 1000 talk show. And you know what? The show of community development, the show of social, the show of humanities, the show of economic development, and most important, the show of abundance. And we're bringing it live right down here in London. We love you all. You know, today is all about Christmas. And I've got a lovely, should I say lovely, dynamic, intelligent, you know, moi. I tell you what, I bring to you here today a wonderful guest of mine. And thank you so much. It was through Harry that I met Sandro, and his story is absolutely special. So I chose to bring him today. Our topic here today is all about a time to keep. Thank you so much wherever you're joining me from. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, good night, wherever you're joining me from. I tell you what, I'm smelling those turkey. I'm smelling in Kenya, nyama choma. I am smelling, I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, with me here today, welcome here to the studio here today. Sandro is our guest here today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Heritage TV. Thank you, viewers. It's an absolute pleasure to be invited, and it's a great time of year. It's a great topic, so thank you very much. I'm honored.
You're absolutely welcome to JNM 1000 Talk Show. And if you'd like to ring our number here today, on the studio line here today, the number to call is 020-800 46-100. I repeat, the number for the studio line here today is 020-800 46-100. And I would love to wish the family of Heritage TV, who is the production line manager for JNM 1000 Talk Show, a wonderful Christmas. Oh, Lori, we love you. Thank you for the work that you're doing. And thank you so much to every single person who has been on, or this year, who has been on to my show, JNM 1000 Talk Show. If you'd like to be on this talk show, TV, African Wonder Woman welcomes you to my show. And it is the one and only at JNM 1000 Talk Show. The hashtags for today is hashtag, and for Sandro it is?
Hashtag transforming your vibration.
Hashtag transforming your vibration. That is our hashtag today. And of course, like our page as well, which is African Wonder Woman. Just check me on Facebook. They say Facebook. You just check it on Facebook, you know. And until we get to know you, I would love to hear your story. Today is all about, you know, we chose a special. And I tell you what, this topic is absolutely special in my heart. We chose a beautiful topic. The topic here today is a time to give. And Sandra, I chose you for this perfect time.
You have.
Yes, I thought you were the best person to help me explore this topic.
Thank you.
I just felt, what does Christmas, you know, how is Christmas for you?
Christmas for me was always very special. You know, even in our most challenging times, my parents' challenging times, they've always made me feel that Santa Claus existed for a very long time. So,
Santa! Oh my God! Oh, Santa!
So every Christmas was full of presents, and as far as I can remember. But over the years, of course, I guess, you know, as you grow older, it becomes less about receiving them, but more about giving them. So I guess as the years went by, my pleasure, my spirit, and, you know, my happiness comes from seeing others' happiness, I guess, around the Christmas tree. And I think, you know, it's a wonderful change, just to experience the before and after, I guess, receiving on one end, being a child and all, and obviously at adulthood stage, just seeing others receiving theirs. I think, to me, it's an equal blessing.
Oh, blessing for that. And he starts us off with a wonderful message, and, you know, families present. What is Christmas for you? what do you think whenever you feel Christmas? That is what we're going to be talking about, and the whole meaning of a time to give. And do people really understand what Christmas means? Do you feel that people really understand that?
It's a very good question, actually, and very diverse, because in the world that we live today, with different backgrounds, different energies, as I like to call them, I'm not sure they do.
Yes.
And what I like to emphasize is it's not so much the religious topic behind Christmas,
Yes.
but more about the energy that happens in this space, and the energy of festive, the energy of high spirits, where families come together. And it doesn't really matter the background, right? It matters about, what matters is everyone coming together as a unit and celebrating, not religion, the space, and that energy behind that space. And I think if we all concentrate on that, I think the answer would be yes, everyone would know what Christmas really means.
Oh, and how do you normally spend your time in Christmas?
I spend it with family, so I'm 33 years old.
Okay,
And
still young. Oh my God, isn't he handsome? Yeah. Oh yes, I can see all your comments coming in. Yes, I will tell him he's very handsome. People are saying you're very handsome.
Thank you so much.
He blushes. Yes, so how do you normally spend your time?
My mom's never let me spend Christmas away from her. In fact, this year is the first Christmas that I'm spending not in her presence, and I think she doesn't really like that, but she's accepted it. But yeah, it's mostly around family, lots of food, lots of sugar, and lots of funny stories. With Dad dancing around and dressed up as Santa.
To your daddy and
Hello,
mommy.
Dad.
Daddy,
Hello, Mom.
You, Mommy, we love you. Sending Christmas special from your only boy there. You're man. I tell you. Hey, and so what are you doing? What's your plan for Christmas?
This Christmas Eve, obviously being Portuguese and all, we value both days, but 24th Christmas Eve is where we spend most of our night, where the food comes out. It still comes out on the 25th, but the 24th is where we really, at midnight we open the presents. And this 25th I'm flying out, so that's what I'm doing.
Oh wow, and have a beautiful journey.
Thank you so much.
And we love the airline that you're traveling with. We send greetings to that airline and every single person traveling on that.
Thank you so much.
Night. And what should more people be doing during Christmas? What do you think people should be doing?
To start with, I would really love people to forgive.
Oh wow.
Forgive themselves, forgive others if they can. But this really creates a space within the individual. Once you forgive, you create that space, you let go, and that enables you to really enjoy the moment, and the moment is Christmas.
Yes. Oh wow, what a beautiful answer. Forgiveness. How many people are able to forgive each other? I leave that to you. And what is love to you? What is love to you? That's a heavy question.
It's a very heavy question.
Beautiful, easy question during Christmas time.
Let me try and answer that in the best possible way. And it does go deeper than this, but let me just try and keep it so the viewers can understand.
Yes.
You see, a lot of us try to describe love.
Yes.
A lot of us try to look for love.
Yes.
But love is a vibrational frequency of energy at its highest point. Yes. And the moment we tune, so for example, today we're on Heritage TV, and we tuned into Heritage TV.
Yes.
And so imagine Heritage TV being the love frequency of energy. And we need to tune in to that lifetime frequency. And that lifetime frequency has beats up and down, but it's all love in different expressions.
Yes.
And that's what love is. It's an expression of energy in different tones and melodies. And once you tune in to that self energy of love, then you are love and you become love. So love is, in my opinion, you can't describe it. You just be it and you express.
And you just live it.
You live it.
And
it's contagious.
Moment.
And it's contagious.
Yes. And you spread the love. How do you spread love?
How do you spread love? You're really going at me today, aren't you?
How do you spread love?
You spread love by being it, because love is contagious, just like energy. Once you start to express it, people start to feel it. The same way we pick up bad habits, the same way we pick up good habits. So if we express love, see, when we're expressing from that frequency and that energy vibration of love, you know, you touch hearts, and you touch the hearts you touch people's emotions to a decimal frequency that they are not able not to feel. They will feel. And that's how you do it. Kindness, you know, all of that comes from love. You know, love is a mixture of many things, and it does touch people.
Thank you. And for those who are just joining us here today, thank you so much. Canada, United States, Nigeria, Kenya, I can all see you. It's the JNM 1000 talk show here today. If you'd like to ring, the number here today is 020-800 46-100. I repeat, it's 020-800-46-100. If you'd like to come to this show and you'd like to be seated in this show, you're always welcome. You've got to be that special guest. The number to call for that, if you'd like to book the show, is 077-423-84052. I repeat, 077-423-84052. And for those who are just joining, our topic here today is a time to give. What does a time to give mean to you?
You see, giving is a blessing, you know, and it's always a time to give, providing there's enough in the pot for you to give yourself.
Right.
So I love to give. You know, I think it's important for us to share. You know, life to me is a platform of experiences, and giving is definitely some part of that experience, because we can't just walk through this life, in my opinion, taking. There has to be a time to give it back at some point. So giving as much as receiving is very important to me.
And that's very special. How can different people in society from all different backgrounds and culture learn to share and give?
I think with the world, the technology we have in the world today, sharing has become very easy through the social platforms, the internet. You know, we don't only need to share the negative things in life and all these disruptive situations that are happening around the world, but sharing a smile, sharing a positive act that comes from the heart, and sharing acts of kindness is a great place to start. You know, and just sharing with your neighbor, that's a great place to start. Because some people just share it over the internet, so the other side of the world sees it. But sharing it with your neighbor spreads the love, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And how can more people seek good health and embrace happiness?
You see, part of my journey in the last 12 years, a mixture of personal and my professional career, I've learned that working on self is a very important factor today. And we lack that, you know, whether we're busy with our careers, whether we're busy with, you know, our personal life, whatever the case may be, we lose touch and relationship with self. So I'm very for building that relationship with self again through, you know, any activity, whether it's physical, whether it's yoga, mental, you know, anything that sort of dedicates 45 minutes from you. Because when you do that, it gives you a sense of value, self-value, conscious or subconsciously. And when you're vibrating that a self-worth vibration where you feel good about yourself, you know, you've just come out of whatever it is, whether it's the gym, whether it's a yoga class, and you just feel amazing, you know, you're going to put a smile in people's faces, you know, because people are like, what are you on? You know, so I think it starts with self, Juliet. I think it really does.
And thank you as well for those who are joining us. It starts with self-love. So love yourself, everybody. When you hear me say JNM 1000, Juliet, November, Mikey, JNM 1000, I always say, living the moments, enjoying yourself, joy and living to the max. African Wonder Woman, still here with Sandro. And what is your favorite dish for Christmas?
Favorite dish for Christmas?
What What is your favorite?
Well, I can't pronounce it in English, but just to give you a little bit of
Yes.
it's a stew actually with
Okay.
many types of meats and potatoes. If I'm going to pronounce it to you, it's
Go
called
on.
cozida portuguesa.
God, Jesus.
A portuguesa.
Portuguese. Portuguese people, we love you. We send you greetings. Christmas special moments. Go on, say it in your language.
Queria adicionar um bom Natal, um feliz ano novo a todos os portugueses e seguidores do meu Facebook e famílias através do mundo. Muito obrigado.
Thank you. Obrigado. I remember that. I used to work in a hotel. Obrigado means thank you. And I tell you what, and what is your beautiful songs that you play during
Oh,
Christmas
wow.
time?
We actually play, we're not really music focused,
Okay.
but more movie focused. So we watch a lot of comedy, and we listen to good English music and
Yes.
Christmas carols, we do.
Yes, yes.
But it's mostly about the food and the whiskey.
Oh, did you hear that? Hey, and don't drink and drive. But I tell you what, enjoy your Christmas moments. And here in United Kingdom, does the education system inspire children and young ones to share more of, to help them understand the meaning of love? What do you think about the education system, and even maybe across the world as well? What should they be doing?
I think any system that doesn't promote and highlight love enough does not. And straight up to your question, no, it doesn't inspire our youngsters to touch and build that relationship with love enough, or at all. In my experience, I went to not the greatest schools in Southwest London, but that doesn't matter. Across the whole system, I don't believe they highlight and focus enough on love and on self at all.
And thank you so much for those answers as well. And at this time, I'm going to introduce you and tell you who exactly is Sandro Heitor. Can I pronounce it? Or eight?
Perfect.
So, thank you. Say your name again.
Sandro Heitor.
You had it all. And he is an ambitious, self-taught individual who believes in doing and being better every day. Sandro has a personality that does not understand, can't, but has and operates at a vibration that understands, help me, even when it's not communicated to him verbally. Originally from Portugal, but has been in London, UK since the age of 3 years of age. At 4 years old of age, Sandro was homeless with his mom and dad in the streets of London in 1990, and the trio slept in various offices, spaces, and church. Is that
That's correct.
Church and church until they could afford to find a room. The room they eventually found was above a fish and chips shop, South Lambeth Road, SW8, and at this time, Sandro's mom only had enough to buy him chips. But adamantly, Sandro wanted the red, can of Coca-Cola to go with it. The owner of the shop felt the situation, and after a conversation in broken English, he gave us not 1, but 3 cans of Coca-Cola. The memory of his experience hit Sandro at one of his lowest moments, and the journey to success, and changed his life dream big and do whatever it takes to have an impact on others, just like the fish owner had an impact on him. I hope you're following, and I tell you what, that is why I brought this special guest. And tell us about those moments and how it was for you.
Well, I was too young to remember the visual meaning of it and sort of create that sort of understanding on a mental note.
Yes.
But being as we are, as a kid, I was sponging all of this information. So all of this experience, I was sponging it in, but yet, of course, not having the mental capacity, if you like, to put it into the meaning I put it in today.
Yeah.
So, but I guess the real blessing in that story was the act of kindness the fish and chips man gave, because being in the moment, I did feel the energy of mom not having enough to buy red cans of Coca-Cola that I desperately wanted. But the act of kindness from a gentleman behind the counter giving not 1, not 2, but 3 hit me years later of, that energy was instilled, and that transformed my life into the person I want to be.
Thank you, and thank you so much to that shopkeeper or the person who blessed the family. I appreciate you. I celebrate you. And you know what? I will even ring my bell for that story. I love you for that. Thank you so much. That is a blessing. And it hit this young boy at that stage. That is love. I celebrate your family. May you be increased. If you're still alive, we are still celebrating you for bringing this young man that we see here today, who is 33 years of age, and yes, very handsome, telling us about his story. Tell us about your company at this stage. Tell us what you do now.
Sure. So my company is Trio
Yes.
The Difference. It's three best friends, three founders, and it's a property business divided into three different divisions. So we do property maintenance all over London, property contracting works, which involves construction, and we develop. So we've got sites all over London, and we're developing over 40 plus new units this year.
Thank you for that. Yeah. And tell us, you're the co-founder.
I am one of the co-founders.
And,
yes.
Who are the other people?
So Ricardo Oliveira is obviously one of my best friends, and Hugo Fonseca, who's also my best friends. Three dynamic individuals with great hearts, three different personalities, but one vision. So I'm very blessed to have aligned with in business and on my personal life to these two. It's an absolute blessing sharing this journey with them. We share the same values. Like I said, dynamic, three different personalities, but one vision. So.
And I tell you what, thank you so much, Ricardo and Hugo. We send Christmas and Happy New Year greetings to your families as well. Send them Happy New Year as well, and greetings from Sandro as well. And it's that season when many people across the world are reminded what Christmas message is. What is Christmas? I know you said it was presents, but do you think many people really understand the season of Christmas?
No. To me, every moment any festive moment.
What should be our stories as well?
Any festive moment, from any background, any country, any religion, any festive moment, it's a celebration to the world. And if we can all align to whatever that festive moment is, not from an ethnic background or a religious background, but just enjoy that festive moment, I believe it will enhance the energy and consciousness in the world. So, if we've got a gentleman or a lady that doesn't celebrate Christmas for whatever reason, but it is Christmas season, we all should engage in everyone's festive period, because it isn't about the presents, Juliet. You're absolutely right. It's about the energy and that celebration that comes to life, people's spirits that come into high vibration. If we all can share each other's moments every time it happens, wherever it is in the world, whatever religion it is, I think consciousness and people will be united in a better way.
And it brings me to my next question, which is, how can interfaith celebrate each other?
Exactly that. If we celebrate whatever the festive period is in each religion, coming in as a human being, contributing our energy to that festive moment, I think the world will be a better place. Because, why shouldn't I, really engage and celebrate someone else's happiness?
And how are we looking after our planet? What's your thought on this at the moment?
I think we're not, is the honest answer. I think we could do better. We definitely could do better. I think there's amazing organizations out there doing what they can. The celebrity world and every other organization that's taking care of the environment. But I think it starts with self. Yeah. It comes down to self. And if we can all do our little bit, again, it's contagious and it will spread. And, not just rely on big organizations and high net worth individuals and expect them to change the world, when we can change the moment we come out our doorstep,
And here in Britain, we are just coming out from, politics. I don't even like to talk about the political aspect. But, how can politics and governments be more centered to love of the world? And I know that's a personal question.
It is a personal question, but I'm glad to share it because it's your space and you've asked the question. So I think we're asking for too much if we're expecting them to change the world and do better. I think, like I said, it starts with us. Even though they have the power I believe they have more of a power than us to set things into motion. But I think we can't rely on the governments and politics to make that difference. I think it starts with us.
Thank you. We're taking a break, but just before the break, if you'd like to call onto the studio line, the number to call is 020-846-100, and you're watching JNM 1000 Talk Show. We take a break and come back shortly.
And this year, 2019, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. As we celebrate Christmas celebration, I wish you a wonderful Christmas period to every single person. Let's not forget our loved ones, homeless people. Let's remember every single person, right through United Kingdom to the Far East in Kenya, across the whole world, joining the Christians around the world. Your one and only African Wonder Woman, Juliet Mukapila at JNM 1000. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Welcome back. Oh, welcome back. It's a Christmas special, and here today I have got a wonderful person, and for those who have been following us here today, his name is Sandro Heitor. Did I get that right?
Heitor.
Heitor. It's just the African Wonder Woman, and it's a Christmas special, so we've got extra time here today. Just before break, I'm just thinking today, we're just gonna play a card. And it's the magic Christmas, And I'm gonna get Sandro to pick up a card, and he's gonna read us the card. And they are all arranged in a way that, and these Christmas cards, thank you so much to the person who's made this Christmas card. I love supporting my locals, and they were made by Roxanne, so I love her Christmas cards. But there you go. Anyway,
anyone?
Select, yes, please. Any card. Okay. Could you read us the card, please? Hold on. There you go. He gets his drum there.
Beauty.
Uh-huh.
By respecting the being that you are, your beauty get to shine through. Recognize the quality that makes you beautiful. Whether it's physical features, an inner warmth, the deeds that you do and own, it was given to you for a purpose. You are beautiful, being with a special quality. You are a beautiful being with a special quality.
Well, what does that mean to you?
It's the essence and the essence of life.
Uh-huh.
We're beautiful beings, and I think, sometimes we forget that.
Yes. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. And for those who are asking me again, beauty, by respecting the being that you are that your beauty gets to shine through. Recognize the quality that makes you beautiful. Whether physical feature, is handsome in it. I know he is. An inner warmth, the deeds that you do and own it. It was given to you for a purpose. You are a beautiful being with a special quality. The sense of true purpose. And thank you so much to Roxanne Claire, who has made these cards, and she calls the cards the value in you. I just wanted you to add more and tell us, do you support any charities?
I do.
Give them a shout for us as well.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. So over the last 4 years, myself and my company, Trio, we've supported various households. We've supported single mothers who have been neglected through their landlords on property issues that are in no living space for any being. Trio have gone in, and this is the whole Trio family, my whole company, who have volunteered their time to really refurbish and renew the existing living space for a single mother. We've also helped domestic violence mothers, and that have been faced with domestic violence. We've done that. This year it was all about children. We are proud supporters of the Cookie Bar.
Oh wow! Thank you.
And we contribute to the cause because it's about getting children with disabilities to have some sort of work experience doing cookies, to get them ready for work in the real world. So we're very proud sponsors of the Cookie Bar, and we hope to sponsor them for years to come, for sure.
Thank you so much to Trio Company. I love your cause, I support your cause, and I'm wondering, what could other companies be doing more? What should be their CSR? We're talking about a time to give. What do you think more companies could be doing?
I think if we look at the foundation of a company, whatever it is that they offer, product, service, is one thing. But if we look at the structure, I think every company should share awareness on supporting different causes, whether it's charitable events, raising money for that, or getting involved in charitable events, whatever the case may be. Awareness on motivating staff, just awareness on what's going on in the world. And I think if they share that awareness and sort of constantly, consistently, it brings out ideas from their staff. Employees will start thinking and putting down and jotting down ideas that they could be doing, and one will always stick. So it's more about sharing awareness of what's going on, whether it's on a giving back to charity, or motivating staff. So anything to do with sharing awareness. I don't think they're very driven on their product. Companies these days are very driven on their product, on sales, and how to get their name out there, when really business is about people, and we all need to come together, and everything that we do needs to be bigger than ourselves, bigger than our company. It's about a greater impact, so we can never be too less on awareness.
What's your immediate goal, and what is your long-term goal within your company?
My immediate goal, see, I don't plan, but my big vision is part of my life plan, if you like. I would like to raise human consciousness, and how I do that, I don't know yet. But I'll constantly share awareness, and ride my journey and trying to keep to myself as much as I can. And it's a challenge, getting the word out there, raising that vibration, raising that human consciousness. It's a challenge. So Trio will always be a vehicle of a good deed, regardless of what we do in the property world, and doing great things around that. Building some great, interesting homes. But the deed of the business will always be a positive one for the people first.
Thank you. And the number to call for the studio here today is 020-800 46 100. You're watching the JNM 1000 talk show, and of course your one and only African Wonder Woman. Indeed, we have a special. And for those of you who have missed here today, people are asking me who Sandro is, so I'm going to repeat who Sandro is. He is an ambitious, self-taught individual who believes in doing and being better every day. Sandro has a personality that does not understand can't. In other words, can't is not in his book. That is what he's telling us. But has and operates at a vibration level that understands help me, even when it's not communicated to him verbally. Originally, he is from Portugal, but has been in London, UK since the age of 3 years of age. At 4 years of age, Sandra was homeless. Sandra was homeless with his mom and dad in the streets of London in the early 1990s, and the trio slept in various office space and church until they could afford to find a room. The room they eventually found was above a fish and chip shop south of Lambeth Road, SW8, and at this time, Sandro's mom only had enough to buy him chips, but adamantly, Sandro wanted the red can of Coca-Cola, to go with it. The owner of the shop felt the situation, and after a conversation in broken English, he gave them not just the one Coke that he wanted, but gave them 3 cans of Coke. The memory of this experience hit Sandro at a very young age. And Sandro at this age this was really the lowest moments, he tells us, on his journey to success. And this changed his life to dream big, to do whatever it takes him to have an impact on others, just like the fish owner had an impact on him. You know, when I felt that story, I felt this story needs to be told to the world. And you know one thing that story teaches us? It teaches us how to impact on our community. And everybody has got the spirit to impact on our community. Tell us how you got into property business.
It's a funny story, actually. It's a funny story. So at the age of 16, my first girlfriend, actually, it was her stepfather that he was a big-time property guy, especially in the southwest London region. Yes. And, you know, at the age of 16, for 4 years dating this lovely lady, her dad literally bombarded property into me. Sandro, you have to get into property. You have to get into the property business. Yes. And it got to an age, I think I was about 19, 20. I said, right, in the next 2 years, I'm going to own my first London property. I was 21. Mm-hmm. And funny enough, we did. Yes. Wow. Whether it's by accident or subconscious, I don't know. But that's how my passion for property, or my wanting to get into property, came from. From the age of 16 to about 19, I was bombarded with get onto the property ladder.
And is that how you met your founders, Ricardo?
No, actually. So Hugo and Ricardo I've known from forever, back from school. And it actually started with, we did want to buy property here in London, but we found that we couldn't afford it. And on our trip to Miami in 2008, we found that the US market was way better than the London market, you know. So our pound was $2 back then. Right. So we thought, right, let's buy here. On our return to London, we actually found a property club which educated us how to buy a property in a very creative way. Right. So that was our first jump together as friends. But we were friends before we were business partners, and I think we still are that today.
Adding value to one another.
Always.
Thank you. And people want to know more about what love is all to you. So I think we need to go deeper.
We do?
Yes, people are asking loads of questions about love. And thank you so much to every single person joining in from Kenya, from Nigeria, from Canada. I wave at you. Let's wave at them as well. You know, thank you so much. And help us share. What is your hashtag?
Transforming your vibration.
Transforming your vibration. That's his hashtag. My hashtag here today is African Wonder Woman, and also like my African Wonder Woman. What is love? People want us to explain what love and happiness is all about during Christmas time.
Thank you for that. Thank you for yours. Love. It's about self. To me, love is about self, you know, because the moment you put love and happiness outside of self, it starts to become, or you start to have high expectations of an external life form into your life. So the moment I say, Juliet, you're the cause of my love, you're the cause of my happiness, then I have very high expectations of you. Yes. And you may never meet them, and you may meet them sometimes, and you may not meet them other times, which makes it very difficult for me to have a balanced life. So the moment we take that focus and that energy into loving self and doing great things for ourselves, things that makes us happy, and it doesn't have to be stuff that, you know, things that are big. It can be things that just, small things that brings us joy. For me, for example, is walking by the river every Sunday morning, you know, having a latte, walking by the river every Sunday morning and by nature just brings me headspace. And the moment I've dedicated that time to self, it does instill happiness because it's given me that freedom. And the more you do that, you know, on my book, The Entrepreneur Paradox, I do talk about the 3 pillars of wealth and how each pillar, mental, physical, and spiritual, needs to be looked after, you know, to live a very balanced life. Because it does all, as hard as it does all start with self. And the moment we start breaking through those layers, you know, and really start getting in touch with that true energy space, you've hit it.
Thank you. And that is the story of love and what it means to Sandro. And I hope we're sharing the love story. I want you to spread the laughter, the smiles, and everything that you have, and bring it on. Don't fake it. We don't like to fix. You know, I don't like. You know, it's all about your own identity. And I come back and I bring you the story of Saint Nicholas. You know, Santa, I brought Santa here today. You know, I brought Santa here. You know, you can see Santa.
Man.
And you know, I tell you what, you know, there's a story behind this. Let me share the story behind.
Please do, please.
And you know, I was in Amsterdam. Thank you so much, Clive. I was with Clive, and I went to Amsterdam. And as I was in the hotel, I was actually in Holiday Inn Hotel, and I see people. They were just dancing and playing and all this kind of thing. And I saw them with this, and I'm thinking, you know, I like this carnival spirit. You know, yes, the carnival spirit, Notting Hill Carnival, you know. But you know what was so special? I walked down from the hotel room, because anywhere I see people smiling and laughing, I love to join the energy and vibration that you were talking about. And so I go in and I join this group, and they told me their you know, why they were doing what they were doing. And it turns out to be that Santa Claus, you know, which is what a lot of people know. This is why, I don't know, should we give him a name, or I'll call him Sandro because it's Sandro. I'll call him Sandro from today. I'll call him Sandro, Mr. Sandro. You know, anyway, so Santa Claus. So let me tell you the meaning of Santa Claus, otherwise known as Saint Nicholas or Kris Kringle, has a long history. Steeped in Christmas tradition, today he's thought of mainly as the jolly man in red who brings toys to goods, girls and boys on Christmas Eve. But his success stretches all the way back to the 3rd century, when Saint Nicholas walked the earth and became the patron of saint for children. Find out more about his history of Santa Claus from his early origins at the shopping mall in Santa today, and discover how 2 New Yorkers, Clement Clarkmore and Thomas Nast, were major influences on the Santa Claus millions of children know today. That is why you see they had love. And when I was actually in Amsterdam, they were carrying little baskets of sweets. They were carrying fruits. And everybody you saw was sharing. A time to give. We are talking about a time to give. What is your Christmas message here today for a time to give?
Can I put Sandro down?
Yes. I will have Sandro down. He's my Sandro, you see. Christmas special. Yes. And what is your Christmas message?
I think my Christmas message is, often we find that we seek love outside of ourselves.
Right.
We seek peace outside of ourselves. So we may look for love in a person, love in a situation, love in the environment, and equally with peace. We look for peaceful situations, peaceful environments, peaceful people even.
Yes.
And I really want to bring that focus and all that energy that we put out into space, into ourselves, and try and really find that peace within ourselves, that love within ourselves. No, it's not going to happen overnight, and I would love to say it does, but it's not going to happen overnight. But as you focus and as you bring that attention to self, you will find that you will become more peaceful and more loving, and you'll be sharing that peace with your neighbor. Your neighbor will be sharing it with his neighbor. And, you know, try and layer peace in terms of, it starts with you, then it starts with your small environment, then it starts with your career, and really always vibrate from that peaceful state, because love is within that. the kindness, the gestures of goodwill that you will export into the world comes from self. Everything that you execute into the physical, it all comes from you and from self. So if we can find that peace and that kindness to ourselves and that nurturing of self, everything you put out, starting from the moment you leave your house, it just becomes so more transformational. And people will say it's love. You would say, that's just me.
What a powerful message over there. What is peace in your existence?
Peace in my existence is being able to live or be in the turbulent situations and still be in touch with Sandro Heitor.
And what is your Christmas song? I know you said you don't sing, but what song are you going to be singing to your family?
I really like the one I played earlier, and it's Paradise. Oh, I can't remember.
Paradise,
but it starts with Paradise.
You know, and paradise is somewhere everybody wants to feel like.
That's
you know,
it.
the warmth, the Christmas warmth.
That's it.
Tell us the importance of time and giving.
The importance of
time and giving.
Time and giving.
I know it's a hard one, but time and giving, because you know, people will always say, I don't have anything to share, but what is the importance of time and giving? You know, because sometimes people think it's donation, but talk about the different ways of giving.
Absolutely not. You know, in my lowest moments and my most challenging times, I always put my right foot forward and gave my time, whether it's helping someone push their car off the road because it's broken down, whether it's just putting my foot forward to giving people a helping hand. In whatever it is, our time is way, in my opinion, more valuable than any donation. You've given someone your energy, they'll never forget that. They'll pass it on.
Thank you. And just like the fish person passed the love back into Sandro's life, let us become the people that we bring love. And that is the love. True love comes from people like the fishman. And I tell you what, we bless those kind of people. And just as we are almost coming to the end of our program, I want to send greetings to a lovely friend of mine, Tobago community. Thank you so much for sending me abundance and your love. And thank you so much for the Legend Award from the community. Brent Cross, well done. I love you for that. And people are asking me a question of where Christmas as well originates from. Christmas is really from the Christian concept, so we celebrate the birth of, they celebrate the birth of Jesus. So for the Christians, it's got a very heavy meaning. It is a birthday, and how many of us like birthdays? So for Christians, it is Jesus' birthday. Yes, that is why. And Jesus to them is the Messiah. Jesus to them, to Christian values, is the person who came and brought the meaning of love. And that is why it is a special occasion for Christians around the world. And as many people join in Christmas celebration, we thank Santa for bringing that message home. I don't know what interfaith he belonged to, but we thank the message of hope, the message of joy, and the message of gratitude and love. And I would also like to announce again the previous person's book, Jacqueline Francis, and we were talking about matters of abuse and matters of domestic violence last week. And his book is Walk Quiet, Run Quick. Jacqueline, we appreciate you, Jacqueline Francis, and that's the book in Amazon. You can always get this book. And thank you so much for joining our program last week. And I'm coming down. Yes, oh, Kenya. You want Kenya to be celebrated? Okay, yes, I'm celebrating Kenya as well. As you enjoy your Christmas moments in Kenya, I send great love to you, Kenyans. I have not forgotten you. Yes, Kenya, 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 enjoy your Christmas. Mommy and Daddy, I send you greetings as well, and I send you Christmas celebration to the family as well. And at this point as well, I will ring my bell and I will say, of course, United Kingdom, as you celebrate, let us have peace. Let us unite. Let us unite with love. Let us bring love in our homes during Christmas special moment, a time of giving, a time of love, and a time that we should reflect upon our deed. And I want to take this special moment for you to tell us more about your book and what inspired you to write this book. And the book is called The Entrepreneur Paradox by Sandro Heitor. Tell us about this book.
Thank you very much for that. The Entrepreneur Paradox. It's actually, it was written or prepared, should I say, at the probably lowest point.
Right.
And it's amazing how, you know, a lot of failure, a lot of challenging moments can contribute to something that, you know, to a book, you know, because I'm a true believer that, you know, your biggest challenge and your biggest failure years are literally the first step to success. And all of that failure, all of those challenging years behind you are your future success, is your future success. And the book, The Entrepreneur Paradox, is a system that I developed to which is based around the 3 pillars of wealth: mental, spiritual, and physical, and how by working on those 3 pillars, I was able to transform my energy state, my mental state, and my physical state, to contribute to everything that has happened to me over the last year and a half. So it's definitely, it's a book that concentrates a lot on energy. So a lot of people see it, it's, you know, it's got entrepreneur and they think it's about business, or they think it's about how to make money. It's not. It's about energy and how to really be balanced on your journey as an entrepreneur. Because to me, an entrepreneur is not just about someone that is involved in business. It's about someone that takes control over their life. You know, whether it's losing weight, whether it's beating mental health, mental illness, whatever the case or area of your life that you want to take control over. There's a challenge. There's a challenge with that, and that challenge, because we've never been there before and we've never overcome it before. We need to align ourselves to understand how to remain balanced on achieving that overcoming that.
Thank you. Page 41, I'm reading from his book. And the book here today is The Entrepreneur Paradox, and you can get this book from Amazon, book by Sandro Heitor. Page 41, the moment you stop living, you start dying. The moment you stop living, you start dying. Hey, I don't want to die, but you know what? Thank you so much. You've been a great guest. And Ed, can you shout some people, greet some people?
Yeah, for sure. I guess I want to shout out my the Trio family back home in London, the Trio The Difference. I'd also like to give a massive shout out to the Phoenix Eye Wing Chun Association. I think they're fantastic. They're going to be doing a lot more for the community. They already do. They've got amazing schools around Southeast London and Southwest London. They're doing great things. Great students, great family orientation, and great to build self-confidence. And you know, even for women that have been victims of various domestic violence and other violences. So, and my mom and dad, thank you very much for everything that you've done and supported. My family and Heritage TV, of course. Thank you for inviting me. It's my first TV show, so thank you so much. And Juliet, thank you for inviting me.
And I'd like to give a shout to my brother, to my sisters, to my cousin, to all my friends on Facebook, to all the love that you share. Every single one of you is special. Keep liking, keep sending me your messages, keep telling me what the issues are. Together we build the world. Together we make the world smile. Together we learn how to bring abundance in our life. At JNM 1000 show, and of course, your one and only African Wonder Woman, I'd like to give a shout as well to Heritage TV, who is the technical production for this program. And of course, it's the JNM 1000 talk show. If you'd like to come to my program, the number to call is 0774 423-84052. I have seen all your questions and answers. I would like to give a shout to Canada, United States, Japan today, Australia today. I love you. I don't know what you're doing for Christmas, but send all your pictures. Hashtag them at JNM1000. Hashtag as well at African Wonder Woman, and hashtag at
Transforming Your Vibration.
Transforming Your Vibration. Help us to share this message of hope. Help us to share your message of love. Keep passing this message. I am tempted to say the inner feeling and the transforming of lives comes best when it comes from the true heartness and the true spirit of Ubuntu, the true spirit of being yourself, the true spirit of loving each other with honesty. Until then, it's a good Christmas. Enjoy yourself. And yes, I called him Sandro. Yes, we'll see you later. Until then, have a wonderful Christmas. Olori family, we love you all. It's been a beautiful day here today, right here in London. From United Kingdom, we love you at JNM 1000. And of course, have a wonderful Christmas, everyone. And Happy New Year and season greetings to every single one of you who is not a Christian. We send you love. We send you the message of hope. We send you the message of spreading the love. Goodbye from us here today. Bye-bye. See you later.
And this year, 2019, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. As we celebrate Christmas celebration, I wish you a wonderful Christmas period to every single person. Let's not forget our loved ones, homeless people. Let's remember every single person, right through United Kingdom to the Far East in Kenya, across the whole world. Joining the Christians around the world, your one and only African Wonder Woman, Juliet Mukapila at JNM 1000. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Love you all. Bye-bye.